Hi guys, in this video I will explain subqueries in SQL Server with the help of 4 scenarios. At the end of this video you will learn how to write a select subquery, insert subquery, update subquery and a delete subquery. I will be using these 4 scenarios in this video to explain how to write subqueries in SQL Server. I am using this AdventureWorks sample database to explain these 4 scenarios. So let's get started now. We have 3 tables which we'll be using in this requirement. So before we get started, let us see the data in these 3 tables so that we'll get a better understanding when we solve these scenarios one by one. So if you go to this table called production.product category, it has information about the product categories. So we have like 4 product categories. Like first one is bikes and components, clothing and accessories. So we have only 4 product categories. And if you go to this second table called product subcategory, you will be able to find the product category ID, which was common to this table product category. The same column you will be able to find in this product subcategory, and again you will be able to find the subcategory names in this product subcategory. So you will be able to find product subcategory ID, the product category ID, which was a common column in this product category also, and then we will find product subcategory name from this table product subcategory. And if we query this third table, production.product, you'll be able to find the product ID, product name. In addition to this, if you scroll further, you will be able to find this product subcategory IDs in this table product. So this product subcategory ID is a common column that we found earlier in this subcategory ID. So the same column we can find in this production.product table. So with this information, let us try to solve these scenarios one by one now. So let's see the first scenario. We need to find the details like product ID, name, product number of the products that belong to category accessories and the subcategory helmets and locks. So let's write a query to list out the data from this products table. So to this query, let us add the required columns. So these are the details we need. So we'll just rewrite this query adding this required columns. And when we run this one, we got the product details for all the categories and subcategories. But we want only the information only for category accessories and subcategory helmets and locks. But if you go to this production.product table, the only connecting column we have is subcategory ID. So if you see here, we have this product subcategory ID in this production.product table. So if we find this product subcategory ID, then we will be able to filter only the records for category accessories and subcategory helmets and locks. This product subcategory ID we can get from this table product subcategory. But if we query this product subcategory table, we have product subcategory ID, product category ID, and the product subcategory name. So what we need is we want to find products that belong to category accessories. So here the product category ID should be 4. So if you go to this product category, you can see here the product category ID 4 means accessories. So the product category ID 4 we are using in this table product subcategory. And the other condition is we need only subcategory helmets and locks. So if you go to this table product subcategory, we have a column called name. So we will add this in the filter condition. And we need only helmets and locks. So when we run this one, we will get the product subcategory ID for only the accessories category and subcategory names, helmets and locks. So when you run this one, these are the only two subcategory IDs that belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets and locks. So let me repeat it once again. So if you see this table production.product, we have only one common column that's called product subcategory ID. So this product subcategory ID we can get from this table production.product category. And in this table, using a filter condition, we can filter out categories, accessories, and subcategory helmets and locks. If you go to the subcategory, you can see that product category ID. So 4 means it's going to be accessories, which we know from this table product category. So here, if it is going to be 4, it's going to be a category accessories. So that's why we included this condition product category ID equal to 4. And we are interested in only subcategories, helmets and locks. So that's why in this name column, we want to find only helmets and locks. That's why in the filter condition, we added helmets and locks. So using this query, only this line, we will be able to get the product subcategory ID for category accessories and subcategory helmets and locks. So once we get this information, we can pass these IDs to this table production.product. So this is how we will be creating a subquery now. So this query is going to be the inner query, which is going to pass this value product subcategory ID to this outer query. So what we will do is we will add a condition. So here what happens is this is going to be the inner query and this is going to be the outer one. So whatever value it's returned in this inner query will be passed to this outer query. So here in this case, if you see the product subcategory ID we get, and that is like passed to this outer query. So where it will be checking for this product subcategory ID. So let me run this one. So you can see the product ID, name and product number only for this category accessories and subcategory helmets and locks. So here we constructed this subquery now using this inner query, which will be passing this value product subcategory ID to this outer query now. So in this way, we can write a select subquery. So this is an example of a select subquery, which we saw with the help of an example. So let's see the second scenario now. So the second scenario is we need to load this details, product ID, name, product number that belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets and locks into a new table, cycle accessories. So if you see, we already got this information, that is this product details information using the subquery which we constructed in the previous step. So what we need to do here in this scenario is the second scenario. We just need to load this information, whatever information we got here from this subquery, we need to load into this new table cycle accessories. We don't have any table called cycle accessories. So just we need to create a new table. So let me show you how we can solve this scenario. So in this table, we will be loading this three column information. So let us create the column names, product ID, name, and product number. And for these three columns, we need to make sure the data types are same to this table production.product. because we are loading this information from this table production.product. If you see here, this is a table from where we are getting this three product related information. So we want to make sure that data types match with this table production.product. So if you go to this table production.product, we have the three columns: product ID, name, and product number. So in a newly created table, for this new columns, we will give the same data type. The product ID is int. So you can see the product ID is int. So we are giving this new product ID as int. And then we have name as nvarchar and product number also nvarchar. So we need to just mention the same thing. So I'll just give nvarchar 50. So that should not be a problem. Only the data type, we just need to make sure that is the same as the original table. And here again, it's nvarchar 25. So let me create this table. It got created, and let me check if there is any data. This is a newly created table, so there should be no data. So we have no data. Now we are going to load this information: product ID, name, product number. So if you go to this previous query, we have this statements. So we'll just copy this. So what we'll do is, this data from this subquery will be loaded into this new table. So to load into this new table, we will use this insert statement. So now we have this subquery, and the results of this subquery will be loaded into this newly created table cycle accessories. So let me just run this. You can see 4 rows got affected. And if I query this table cycle accessories, you can see the results of this subquery got loaded into this new table. So this is an example of insert subquery, how a subquery can be used along with the insert statement in SQL Server. So this is called insert subquery, and this is an example of it. Now let us see the third scenario. So the third scenario is, we need to update the product number as HL-U509-BK for black helmets in the cycle accessories table that belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets. So for this, first let us query this table cycle accessories. Now we have 4 records in this newly created table cycle accessories. So the third requirement is, we need to update the product number, okay, as this one for black helmets. So if you see here, we have only one black helmet here, okay. So only for this record, we need to update this product number. So what we are doing is HL-U509, and then we are going to add a extension like -bk. So that is the update we are going to do, and that is the update we are going to do only for black helmets, not for other ones. Because if you see, for other helmets we already have this extension, the color extension. Like for red we have R, and for blue we already have the extension B. But for the helmet color black, we don't have any extension in this product number. So what we are going to do is, we are going to update this helmet's product number with the extension -bk. But we are going to do only for the black helmets. So you may think directly we can look for records that are black in color and we can update. So that might be the easiest way to do. But we have another condition that we also need to make sure. So the condition here is, the black helmet should belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets. That also we need to make sure. If this particular condition was not there, we can directly go ahead and update this table. So we have this table cycle accessories, and we can look for records that are having black helmets, and then we can just go ahead and we can update this product number. So that will be like straightforward. But here we have a specific condition to make sure, that is, those black helmets should belong to category accessories and also to subcategory helmets. So in that particular scenario, you cannot directly go and update this cycle accessories. So you need to make sure this black helmet is available in this category accessories and also in subcategory helmets. Only after making sure it exists, only then we will be able to update this. What we can do is, let us take the subquery from the previous scenario. So here, when I run this subquery, we found product ID and name and product numbers, but we got information about helmet as well as logs, right? So here in this scenario, we want to check only for helmets. So what we can do here is, in this subcategory, we don't need logs. So we can just remove logs from this subcategory name, and the category is going to be accessories. So we are not going to change this value. So the product category ID will be 4 because 4 means it belongs to category accessories. So what happens is, when I run this query, you will see this particular record will not be displayed because we are not interested in logs at this moment. We want to find information about helmets, the helmets that belong to category accessories, and also they should be in the subcategory helmets. So only those information we are going to fetch. So when you run this one, you won't see this fourth record. We got only 3 records that belong to category accessories and subcategory helmet. Okay, but we are interested only in the helmet color black, right? So in this subquery, let us add one more condition. So when you run this one, you get only black helmets, okay, that belong to category accessories. So we got only black helmet information from this production.product table. We got this product ID, name and product number of the black helmet from this production.product table that belongs to category accessories and also subcategory helmets. So only for those helmets we got this information, that is product name, product number and product ID. Okay, so with this information, so like we got this product ID, right, 708. So this information we can use to update this table cycle accessories. So if you see in cycle accessories, we have product ID 708, that is the black helmet. So for that record, we are going to update the product number. So when you run this subquery, you got product ID information for only the black helmets that belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets. Now using this product ID information which we got from our subquery, we will update this table cycle accessories. So I'll show you now how we can update this table. So we're going to set this product number, that is like we are going to change this product number value. So the value is going to be this one with an extension -bk. This is going to be the new value. So for the records, we are not going to update for all records. We are going to update only for specific product IDs. And that product ID should match with the output from this inner query. So when we run this inner query, we will be getting 3 information, but we need only the product ID. We don't want the name or product number information. So we can just remove these details from this inner query. So this is going to be the inner query. So from this inner query, we are going to get this product ID, and this product ID will be passed to this outer query. So here we'll be getting 708. When you run this one, we'll get 708 as a product ID, and this 708 from this inner query will be checked with this outer query's product ID. So here in this outer query, for cycle accessories table, if any records are found with product ID 708, only for those records this product number will be updated. So if you see this original table cycle accessories, you can see 708, there is only one record. So only for those records, this product number will be updated. So this is an example of a subquery used in update statement. So let me run this one. One row got affected. So when you check this, you can see for the record 708, the value product number got updated, and also we made sure this helmet, the black color helmet, belongs to category accessories and subcategory helmets using this subquery. So with the help of this subquery, we were able to make sure that this black color helmet belongs to category accessories and subcategory helmets. So after making sure using this subquery, then we updated this table cycle accessories. So this is an example of update subquery where we will be using a subquery in the update statement. Let us see the fourth and final scenario. So in this fourth requirement, we need to delete all blue helmets from this cycle accessories table that belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets. So when we check this table cycle accessories, let's see, is there a record for blue helmets? So in this table, you can see there's a record for blue helmet. If we need to delete only helmets with blue color, we can go ahead and do it directly using a delete statement. But here, if you see this requirement, we need to make sure that blue helmet should belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets. So you can't just go and delete this record. We need to first make sure this blue helmet belongs to category accessories and subcategory helmets, similar to the scenario which we saw in this update subquery. So here we saw for black helmets, we were doing this check, but here we will be checking for blue helmets and then we will be deleting only those records. So we can get this subquery from this previous example. So if you see, this subquery returned product IDs for helmets that is black in color. But here we want helmets that are blue in color. So only thing is we just need to change it to blue. So here what happens is we'll get product ID from this production.product table only for blue helmets that belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets. And also they should be blue in color. Only for those helmets we are going to get this product ID. So when you run this one, you'll get the product ID as 711. So in this table cycle accessories, you can see 711 is the product ID that we need to delete. We don't want to delete other records, only this record that has a helmet with blue color, and also it should belong to category accessories and also subcategory helmets. So what we can do is we'll write a delete statement. So similar to the previous scenario we saw, we are going to delete only for that particular product ID. Okay, so here the product ID should match with the result from the inner query. So if you see, this is the inner query that will be returning the product IDs of blue helmets that belong to category accessories and subcategory helmets. So that product IDs we will be checking with this cycle accessories table, and if any match is found, only for those product ID we will be doing a delete. So when we run the statement, you will see only this record 711 will be deleted and not other records. See, only one row got affected. When you check this table, cycle accessories, you can see the record 711 got deleted. That is a helmet with blue color got deleted. And also we made sure that blue helmet belonged to category accessories and subcategory helmets. So this is an example of a delete subquery where we use the subquery in a delete statement. So in this video, we saw how to write a select subquery, and then we saw how to write a insert subquery and update subquery, and finally a delete subquery. So I hope in this way you learned how to write subqueries in SQL Server with the help of 4 scenarios. So by practicing these 4 scenarios, you will be able to write any type of subqueries in SQL Server. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. Thanks for watching this video.